Now that more mainstream gaming media has gotten wind of the palpable anger around the Black Ops Pass for the upcoming Call of Duty game fracturing the community, let's discuss how Activision can save face to prevent another Star Wars Battlefront 2 situation. Even though a staggering 50% of sheeple will be getting this anti-consumer fuckery, according to an informal Charlie Intel Twitter poll, there's also plenty of people on Reddit and YouTube that are reconsidering their purchase of Black Ops 4 entirely because of this outdated practice of segregating the community into haves and have-nots by putting DLC maps behind a paywall. We could fix the Black Ops Pass, which ideally I'd like it to go away altogether, but since Activision is spelled with a $sign, we know that ain't happening. Instead, let's speak in their language. If they don't fix the Black Ops Pass, they stand to lose not only the revenue from the Black Ops Pass itself, considering that people won't buy it if their friends won't due to maps splitting up the community, but also from all of the revenue for the entire game, as in the sales of the games themselves, in addition to the microtransactions from in-game RNG boxes. Even though gamers have been accustomed to having DLC maps being locked to only those with season passes, times have changed as more recent AAA games like Halo 5, Titanfall 2, and most recently, the biggest competitor of Call of Duty with this year's Battlefield 5 not having a premium pass, making the Black Ops Pass look like an anachronistic form of trying to milk your fanbase. The very existence of a season pass that splits up the player base with having special maps goes against their entire philosophy that they presented at the reveal, with having them strive to, quote,
make a game that across the board can be playable with friends. That's been our mission from day one.
Well, mission fucking failed, or accomplished if you're George W. Bush. Clearly this philosophy wasn't folded into the monetization of Black Ops 4, so this idea looks just more like a bullshit excuse to get rid of the campaign in order to chase trends. Another big problem with having people with different levels of playable DLC for the game becomes the matchmaking system. Players that do have the DLC do not get matched with other players that do not have the DLC when you're searching for games. This means you have two separate sets of players searching for matches that can't commingle with one another. This gets exponentially worse when you consider that players can buy individual DLC packs, so the game fractures matchmaking even further when, for instance, you have players without the DLC, players with just DLC Pack 1, players with just DLC Pack 2, and others with both DLC packs. And the permutations get even more fucked considering that Call of Duty traditionally has 4 map packs. This means that you're not being matched against players with the best connection all of the time, but only those players that have the same map packs as you do with the best connection. So this affects the quality of the games directly. Not to mention, most of the DLC in Call of Duty games are more of the instant gratification type, since once the next annual Call of Duty game comes out, good luck finding matches on the older games when you have DLC installed because of all the matchmaking problems that I mentioned earlier. So it's only good for the short time after the map packs come out and before the new game launches. The game is objectively worse with a season pass pay-gating DLC maps than without one. Battlefield learned the mistakes of having a map pass, locking out the player base during Battlefield 1 by doing things like premium friends, where if a friend had premium pass, you could play on the new maps if you were in a party with that friend, even if you didn't own the season pass, as well as premium trials, where you could play on DLC maps for certain weekends, even without having a premium friend, for those of you people that are hashtag forever alone. That's why DICE is not doing a premium pass for Battlefield 5 this time around. Other games like Fortnite and Rainbow Six Siege have season passes as well, but do not fracture the player base, yet reward people that have purchased it with greater in-game rewards. So, how do we make the Black Ops Pass something that's enticing for players to purchase without segregating the community and giving those players an in-game advantage? First, give all the DLC maps away for free, and instead, the Black Ops Pass gives owners 2 weeks early access, similar to what Battlefield Premium did for future DLC maps. This provides an incentive to people that, for example, make Call of Duty YouTube content once in a blue moon when they're not uploading Fortnite videos, in order to get first dibs on the new maps that are coming out. This way you don't have a situation where you can't play with your friends when the new DLC comes out unless they also have the Season Pass. Zombies obviously fits in the same boat here, as you'd want to play the new Zombies experience with your friends instead of by yourself when they didn't steal their mom's credit card. However, Zombies doesn't affect matchmaking the same way it does this multiplayer. Ideally, I'd want them to be free, since it's an anti-consumer practice otherwise, but for the sake of this exercise, let's just stick with multiplayer maps, and they should be free for all, with 2 weeks early access to Black Ops Pass owners. In addition, just like in Infinite Warfare, Black Ops Pass owners should get all DLC weapons instantly when they're made available in-game. Non-Black Ops Pass owners should have to complete a challenge to earn them, also like Infinite Warfare, not lock them in RNG boxes like Black Ops 3, or through more in-game currency than one can possibly earn in a reasonable time, like in World War II. Any new specialist characters like Drifter already announced in his video where he outlined awful alternatives to the Black Ops Pass. Those with the pass should again get early access to those new specialists like the operators in Rainbow Six Siege, since Black Ops 4 borrows so much from that game anyways. However, they should be free for all or earned via a challenge instead of having to use an exorbitant amount of in-game currency or available for individual purchase with actual money. Another perk of the Black Ops Pass should be unique Blackout characters and other beepity bops to play dress up with in an FPS game. However, there shouldn't be so many of these items that are mostly exclusive to this paid pass, or there should be a way to earn them for those plebs that don't have the pass, but the challenge has to be difficult in order to acquire those items because you want them to feel rare and you want the season pass owners to feel like they're getting something for their money. Additionally, you should get increased daily and weekly login bonuses as well as special double XP weekends or days for just owners of the Black Ops Pass, similar to Fortnite doing increased XP for Battle Pass owners. I think those set of rewards will coerce people into buying the special pass since there are enough benefits of the pass to warrant the money that you pay out for it. Plus, you'll actually get more sales of this pass when you don't split up the player base. For example, I didn't buy the Battlefield 1 Premium Pass because none of my friends bought it, so there would be no reason for me to buy it since I'd never be able to reap the benefits of the new maps by playing with my friends, so the incentive to buy it is abso-fucking-lutely nothing. Only after DICE announced Premium Friends is when I actually threw down the money for it, and there was a sale on it too, in full disclosure. Thus, when you do not split up the player base, you'll actually get more revenue from the passes since more people will actually purchase them because they're not relying on their friends that may or may not have the money for it, you cheap fucks. Hell, I might even buy the Black Ops Pass if that is the set of criteria that the Black Ops Pass will give you. As of now, there's no fucking way I'm buying that goddamn thing. Additionally, you'll appease those people on Reddit that have drawn a line in the sand and said that they're not going to purchase the game in its entirety unless the maps are made free for all. Lastly, while we're giving away maps for free now, make all of the older Call of Duty DLCs free. I mean, seriously, do you ever get any revenue from the DLC for games that are out of the life cycle? Similar to the backwards compatibility effect of increasing game sales of older Call of Duties once they come to the Xbox One, like Modern Warfare 3 did this week, giving away free DLC will entice people to repurchase those older games now that there's new content available for people to play. It's an easy way to get revenue without having to do any work. Even you can't screw that up, Activision. Anyways, what do you guys think about my solution for fixing the Black Ops Pass? Having free DLC maps to not split up the player base is something the community wants, and by changing the rewards for the pass, you'll actually get more people to buy not only the game itself for those protesters, but also the Black Ops Pass for those people that want those rewards, early access, or unique items. Would you guys consider buying that type of Black Ops Pass? Let me know in the comment section down below. I've been the Schwantz27, making like a dick and beating it. Until next time.